Welcome to the SSL Season 5 Cup Quarterfinals. We're into the second leg now, and we've got an exciting batch of games ahead of us. Some really tight clashes between some top teams. But even more exciting today is whom I am joined by. I am joined by Brian, also known as
Yes.
user Zenlaus, for their
Hello.
first cast of the season. Welcome.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, welcome to the team, and welcome to our match of games. Today,
Yes.
up first, we have Seoul taking on Buenos Aires. It is the only potential upset game we have this day ahead of us. No other D2 teams left in the competition. And it's not looking good for Buenos Aires. I think they're down 4-1 on aggregate.
I would confirm that for you because I did so much homework on this before getting ready for this. Um,
It'll come up, or rather, it should be on screen with our very fancy graphic. I'm pretty sure we have here, but once we get in game, it'll actually show up on the screen too. So, we are playing at Buenos Aires for the second leg, and away goals do matter. Seoul have 4 of them. uh,
yeah.
Sorry, no. Buenos Aires has 1 of them. Seoul does not have any, but they have 4 home goals, so it's going to be a challenge for them.
Definitely will be. I've been told that the graphic is amazing. Um, but
We have really cool fonts for the cup match, and I'm
oh,
sure that it is very, very pretty.
here we
But
go.
you know what's prettier? A live ball game.
Indeed. As Soul's going to take it off, they're going to pass it over to Muller. Muller's going to get over to Time. Over to Noodle, back over to Time. Almost goes out of bounds, but it's going to go back over to Muir. Over to Locker, to Mertz, back over to Muir. Going to go over to Clements. Holberg, not really much happening, just kind of playing monkey in the middle. But, and now we get a shot up to Man, who's just going to look for a cross. Not going to find one over to McGurk, who's going to be cleared away by Knight. Wow, we are in the next highlight really quickly.
Yeah, there's very little time in between highlights and, or rather, in between these highlights.
Indeed. We get over to Venezuela, over to Tail, that looked like, over to Governo, and that's a goal for Antonio Governo.
Very little time indeed for Buenos Aires to strike. They need a few of those. The match score will confirm they are down 3 goals on aggregate, and that one is a big one.
Right into the corner of the net, gets by Kong. And only a minute 15 in, we got ourselves the first goal of the game.
Buenos Aires off to a hot start. They're playing in a bit of a strange formation today. I don't know what to make of it.
Rivera clears the ball away. It's going to be taken back by Holmberg. Over to McGurk, over to Clements. I apologize for all the butchering of names I'm going to be doing here. Over to Time. On the Muir, that's over the net. It's going to be tipped away, though, so that's going to be a corner kick. Here's Noodle to take the corner. And that'll just be over the bar for a goal kick. Nothing doing for Seoul.
Yeah, they're gonna have to really be clinical with their chances this match. Even though they're up 2, they're gonna look for a away goal, really seal the deal for them.
It's going to be McGurk over to Man, over to Clements. Back to McGurk. Goes forward to Noodle, and that's a goal. Ketchup Noodle with the assist from Bud Life.
And the flag looks like it stayed down there, so that's gonna be onside. I thought for a second that might be off, but that is on, and Noodle will get that dagger in for Seoul. There's the away goal, the oh so important away goal.
And now it's back to a 3 aggregate deficit. Ooh, getting another look at that top side. Tight offside, excuse me.
Yeah,
The offside line's having a rave party there.
that was an inch, maybe a hair.
We have a throw in from Man over to Clements, back over to Man, over to McGurk. He gets it over to Man, gets it over the middle, but it's going to be headed away. Now we have Buenos Aires trying to take it up over to Antonio Gaverno again, but that's going to be blocked.
I think it was Giverno that was the hero in the last match as well, and has definitely done his part in this game. They'll need a couple more from him, though.
Yeah, that lead is not getting any smaller right now. Holmberg over the man, over to Clements, over the man again. Okocha! JJ Okocha with the assist from Hugh Mann.
What an incredible shot by JJ Okocha. It's these games where Seoul are so comfortable on the transition that JJ does so well. He's really able to find the spaces in between the defense and kind of exploit it to pick the pocket of that keeper there.
What a shot. Right through his hands.
That was unfortunately Kyoshio down the 5'10" English goalkeeper.
Another really tight offside.
Game of inches for both teams, I think. Yeah. No, just for Seoul. Seoul has played that line perfectly all day so far.
Man over the lock here. That's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. And that was quite possibly could be the shortest highlight ever. Holmberg picks up a yellow.
Probably a little relief there for Buenos Aires. They're likely looking to hold on to half or find a quick one here.
There's a free kick from Gorkov, but that's going to end up over the net, and that'll be another goal kick. That'll be taken out by Oakdown. But it's going to be intercepted by Seoul, but now intercepted back by Buenos Aires. Buendia to Yates, to Gorkov, to Knight, to Gaverno again, trying to find Talley, but can't quite find him. Over to Holmberg, up to McGurk. Over the man who's got a little bit of open space in front of him. Yates trying to catch up to him, and he will, but won't be able to make the steal. Headed, looking for Noodle, can't find him. The coach is offsides anyway.
Yeah, that looked like a really good chance, and JJ just kind of straightened a little off there. Noodle didn't get the right foot, and nothing quite worked there for Buenos Aires.
No.
But it's still been a close game. It's tied.
Yeah. No, it's 2-1 Seoul right now.
Oh, that is correct. JJ with that wonder goal did put them up. I apologize.
Indeed.
So really got their work cut out for them now, do Buenos Aires.
Yeah, they're down 4 on aggregate now with only 45 minutes to play. That is not an enviable situation.
Yeah, no. I will say though, as much as Seoul is to be credited for how well they are playing at this point in time, there is a difference between a Division 1 and a Division 2 team very clearly here. Seoul is the bottom two of the Division 1 teams with, I think, I want to say 5 points on the season.
Good save by King Kong. There's going to be a free kick from Ketchup Noodle. Sorry.
Oh, all good.
We have a corner kick for Seoul. It's going to be taken by Hugh Mann. Look for somebody in that mess, but doesn't find any of them. That's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in. Guevara picking up a yellow card.
I think Yarvala had a goal or two in the last game off the corner header. He's a 6'10" Finnish center back.
Over time looking for Clements, but just saved by Oakdown. But a wonderful display of getting the ball over to the net in a sentence that made no sense. Okay. First day for everybody. Over the time. To Lockyer, to Mertz. Take it over to Hugh Mann. Pass it over to Clements. Clements back over to McGurk, to Mueller. Up to a coach of Clements. K. Clements. It's a thunderstrike of a goal.
What a beautiful passage of team play. I wasn't quite sure how Seoul was going to make that work. They kind of looked like they stalled in the midfield for a little bit, but They just needed some time to find the right opening, and there it is. A 1-2 pass from JJ Okocha to K. Clements, and Clements buries that into the top corner.
And what do you know? Another Seoul goal, another tight offside rave party for the offside line.
Yeah, nope. Some would say Buenos Aires have been a little unlucky today. I agree with the decisions that have been made. I don't see anything that's been blatantly off that should have been called.
Ooh, Thor just kicks it off a man's face and just into row F. Gorkov taking the corner. Gorkov over the middle. It's going to be headed away by Clements, it looked like.
You want to give a little love to K. Clements, former Inter London forward, both winger and striker for us in a couple of seasons there. Doing very well for Seoul this season so far. I think he's got he's got their second most goals in the team, I want to say.
And time is quickly running out for Buenos Aires to come back in this cup. Kick over to Human. That's... I thought that was going to be an own goal for a second. Cleared out to Thor. Thor going forward, runs through the referee. Over the tally, that's good shot, but just over the net.
So Buenos Aires seeming to confirm their suspicions. Unfortunately, their referee nowhere to be found. A little bit of a ghost at times.
We're on the 90th minute. It's going to be cleared out to Muir. I'm quite unsure what just happened on that, but it looked like it hit off Volkdown, but it clearly didn't because that was a goal kick. Only 1 minute of stoppage time to play here.
Oh boy. Yeah, no. I think this may be the end of the line for Buenos Aires.
Maybe they can get one more goal. Oh, that was tight.
Contentious tackle there.
Over to be cleared out over to Checker, over to Gorkov, over to Thor, to Tiley. It's just going to be intercepted by Tane. Over to King Kong, who's just going to pass it out to Holmberg, who's going to pass out to Hugh Man. And they're just going to move the ball back up towards the midfield, just doing a little bit of time wasting here as we come down into what is probably the final minute. And then just gives the freest pass interception tonight. But then that'll just be taken back by Holmberg. No harm done.
Knight absolutely gave it right back.
And that'll be it. Seoul wins 3-1, wins 7-2 on aggregate.
And unfortunately for Buenos Aires, that is the end of the line for them. Their cup journey has come to a close, and so has any hope of a Division II upset win in the cup this year. All Division II teams have been eliminated, and Division I will reign supreme this year.
Yeah, that's... I mean, that's kind of to be expected, though. You know, it's just... Okocha with the 7.8 rating, with the goal and the assist. But
King Kong playing well as well. Shows Buenos Aires did play well in the attack, but that the goalkeeper able to keep them out for the most part.
Yeah.
Other than that initial stroke, the blitz out of the gate by Verno.
Man, that looked like it was going to set up for a wild game whenever you have a goal in the first 2 minutes. But
and then it did. We got a goal like 10, 13 minutes after that. That second goal in the 15 minutes. And then it kind of feels like it just stopped going both ways and really kind of went one way.
yeah.
Credit to Buenos Aires, though they played well for a Division II team against a Division I team. They definitely held their own at times. That is the end of that.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
That's just the way it is. But what's happening next is actually going to be AS Paris taking on SC Tokyo. Tokyo, the reigning champions of the SSL, unfortunately not looking likely to repeat as champions. They're more of a midfield team this year, and AS Paris looking to establish themselves as that as well. Though having been predicted by many early on in the season to be in that relegation battle, they have found themselves uh, tight in the lower midfield,
Right.
around the same place as Cairo, around that middling 6, 7, 8 position. 7, 8 are the dangerous spots, so 6 is safe. So uh, it is going to be telling to see whether or not they can hold their own against a former champion here.
Yeah, definitely. Um, should be starting up just about any minute now. Here we go. It is tied 1-1 on aggregate.
Yes, and we are home at Tokyo, which means Tokyo do have the away goal lead at the moment.
It has Tokyo in the green and what appears to be pinkish jerseys.
I think they're
Kits,
salmon or
excuse me.
orange. I'm not quite sure.
And Paris in the white, and that's going to be kicked over to Sparkle. Sparkle taking it up, but can't quite get past the defender in front of him. Passes it back to Alistair. Passes it back to Sparkle over to Oak.
That is right back Twilight Sparkle, by the way.
Ah. I have to learn a whole new set of two-team names. It's about to go. We'll learn Leonidas Papadopoulos real fast.
Well, what we won't have to learn is who's going to lead in this game. AS Paris strike immediately, and that's the away goal they need to tie. But also the go-ahead goal they were looking for. Leonidas Papadopoulos picking up his 6th of the season. The Greek forward just powers that pass. Josh Berger, the American goalkeeper, looking on helplessly.
What a name. Leonidas Papadopoulos. I love it.
And Josh Berger, the 6'3" American goalkeeper, in his rookie season. This is, I believe, his second cup game or third. I'm not quite sure.
I will apologize in advance for if my dog barking is coming over the commentary. I have no idea why my dog is barking at 12:55 in the morning, but here we are. There's going to be a free kick taken by Asagi, and that's going to curve into the net, and that'll be an equalizer here at the 12th minute.
What a goal by Asagi!
Whew. This looks like out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds. Oh, wait, never mind. It's in the net.
25 yards out. Prime Beckham! He's come close to that so many times this year so far. And it's so good to finally see it happen. Congratulations to Project Saint, one of our co-casters, primarily our Saturday caster. He'll be thrilled to see that one.
Getting back to the action, we have Sparkle. It's just going to have his pocket picked by Visser. Over to Rise, over to Rube. Back over to Visser. Looking up front for Rube. He's looking for a cross. He's going to find it, but it's going to be saved by Barfoot. And that'll be a corner. Here's Asagi to take the corner. Can't score off the corner kick, unfortunately, but almost gets a header in. We're going to have another corner. Here's Asagi again, taking it from the opposite side. Over the middle, headed away.
I was going to say these two teams look quite even, but honestly, Tokyo looked to be the better of the two through 23, despite both teams playing in a 4-3-3 with a DM and their wingers wide.
It's going to be taken over to Jarvala. That has a lot of special characters in their name. Passing it forward to Barfoot, over to Horvat, to Washburn. Over to Brysky, to Cortez. Cortez taking it forward. We're going to be surrounded by two Tokyo people and just have the ball taken from them.
Well, that is embarrassing, Miko. Your fellow does play for AS Carey. I said he played for Seoul or Buenos Aires last time.
Oh! It's off the post!
I think that was offside anyways. But that was a great opportunity. I'm not quite sure who shot that.
Offsides or not, you don't want to have a shot go off the post. We here at Inner London know a whole lot about that this season.
Yeah, nope, you definitely want to respect the equipment, otherwise the equipment will not respect you.
And here's Horvat picking up a yellow right before the half. Looks like Perry wanted to try to get something going, but we're going to have 2 minutes of stoppage time. Tokyo going to try to take advantage of that. Gets it forward to Rise, but has 3 people in front of him, and then the pass is intercepted. It's going to get over to Cortez. Cortez passes it forward to Leonidas. Papadopoulos has got a clean shot, but just misses.
That was from some distance out. What a goal that would have been if that went into the net. But Josh Berger just barely out to challenge that in time and able to force that shot wide.
Man, that was a strike. But, so we go into the half. It is 1-1, 2-2 on aggregate. So something's going to need to happen here.
I mean, I hope nothing happens and we go to penalties. That would be great.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Versetti over to Rupp, back over to Hogg, and that'll just quickly take us to the end of that highlight as we go into a throw-in by Brisky. Hope I'm saying that name right. Over to Horvat, over to Pelletier. Brisky, forward to Cortez. And just pass it right over to Rupp. The problem is Rupp doesn't play for Paris.
Mike Rupp indeed playing for the other team, but not quite able to hold on to the ball either.
We're going to get over to Asagi, who's trying to find Soderberg, but might have just passed it a little bit too far. But Soderberg picks it up, gets it over to Rube. Rube looking for Asagi again, and that's going to be saved by Barfoot. And we'll get a moment's reprieve before we get to the corner here from Asagi. Over the middle, that's... That was something. Leonidas Papadopoulos kicks forward to Cortez. Back over to Papadopoulos, looking for Brisky, but kind of fired into the wrong area. A lovely challenge by Asagi that forces the corner.
Asagi's been all over the pitch today, contributing in every sort of way for Tokyo. What a game it's been for him so far.
We have Brisky who recovers the ball after the... Oh, that's Leonidas Papadopoulos! And I believe that means that a shootout or penalty kicks, are now out of the question no matter what happens.
Yeah, no, Tokyo need 2 goals to win here, and that's the only way they'll be moving on.
A wonderful strike off of a wonderful pass by Brisky, just right in front of the goal. Not quite sure what Visser was doing, but...
There were 3 Tokyo defenders standing around Leonidas Papadopoulos. Not one of them were able to stop the Greek forward from scoring his second of the game.
Pass it over to Horvat.
9th of the season as well, I think.
Over to Pirate Spark, over to Alistair. Up to Oak. Perry looking to strike again. Going back to Alistair. Over to Sparkle. Passes it into the middle. Over to Horvat. He's going to pass it all the way back to Washburn. And passes it over to Brisky. Brisky looking for another cross. Almost finds Papadopoulos again.
And I'm not quite sure why Tokyo are struggling so much out wide. They have good wide players.
Yeah. Alistair just kind of yeets that ball into the crowd.
Yeah, would have been nice for Perry to see that go in. Would have given them a bit of a cushion. Still only 2 goals needed for Tokyo, so still a bit of a cushion.
Another corner from Brisky is going to end up in the feet of Rube. He's going to try to run it forward. Paris trying to catch up very quickly. And then we have a whole bunch of people in the box, but it's going to end up to Asagi that's going to go off the keeper and roll out of bounds for a throw-in.
That was a great shot by Asagi and a great save by Bori Barflet. Bori able to get to that in the top right-hand corner, I think, for him. Left-hand side for our visual, but the 4'11" American goalkeeper.
Oh, I hate to interrupt you, but Sky Rise!
Not able to get to that one.
Outside the box to tie it up 2-2, but Tokyo still needs another goal.
Yeah, that's 1 for Tokyo. We're only 60 minutes in now, and what a goal this is for Sky Rise. powerful stroke of the foot here, and 4'11", like I mentioned.
I misspoke. I thought for some reason they were outside the box. They were not. And hey, we get back in action here. Here's Cairo going over the hog, looking over the middle for Rube. Can't quite get under control in time. Over the Visser, it's going to be saved by Barfoot. And Tokyo is showing that they want this, but it's just coming up just short every time.
Well, they only need one more time to go right for them to be ahead.
Tokyo with the interception. That is someone who has a very long name. I didn't quite catch it. But
I think that is Abon Touchette.
Oh, that's going to be... I'm going to butcher that name.
Abouchon Touchette.
Abouchon Touchette. We go up to Cortez. Cortez looking for Papadopoulos again, looking for his hat trick, but doesn't quite get it. Kicks it just out of bounds again, but we'll get a corner from Brisky. Over the middle, not going to be corralled in. It's going to go out to Alistair. He's going to try to bring it back forward. Over to Oak. Back over to Sparkle, looking for a little bit of breathing room. And that's all we'll get to see. Here we go with a free kick from Washburn. Over to Horvat. Over to Washburn again. Over to Pelliccia. Cortez looking for Alistair, who was rather open, but a slide kick just kind of gets it out of that trajectory. Now we have another throw-in from... Excuse me one second, I just lost my train of thought. Here we go, we're back to Hogg. Over to Usagi, who's going to kick forward. It's going to be taken by Barfoot, who comes all the way out of the goal. Gets it over to Sparkle, to Jarvala. Back over the Washburn, and we're just going to kind of play, kick it around for a little bit.
Yeah, while the Tokyo press is having some effect, it's not having the greatest effect.
Here's Horvat over the Washburn. It's going to be intercepted by Asagi, who almost gets that very key goal. But we're still going to have a corner kick from Asagi. Very important corner kick here in the 77th minute. Headed, hits the crossbar, and cleared.
Oh no. I calced wrong. AS Paris, even though it's 2-2 right now, AS Paris have an away goal lead. Tokyo need another here.
Yeah, they still need another goal. Isagi over Kaido. We're just not having any of that near the goal thing. Corner kick, Isagi over the middle. Not going to be taken, going to be recovered by Rupp. Rupp is going to get back to Isagi. Over to Touchette. Back to Hogg. Back to Rupp. That's a good challenge by Papadopoulos. Surprised it didn't get called for anything. Going to get it forward to Cortez. Cortez just kicks it off of Rupp. And now just, it's a corner kick.
You take those. Pretty eager to kill some time here.
Yeah, that's going to be headed away by Rue, but it's just going to be a throw-in for Paris. Starting to run out of time here for Tokyo as we hit the 86th minute. 87th minute. We don't have an idea of how much stoppage time we are going to have. That's Oak over the middle. It's going to be headed away. Recovered by Horvat. Cortez over the goal.
Isabella Cortez, the Canadian forward, not able to find the top pocket there, but I don't think they need to. 30 seconds left in this game.
Brisky taking the corner, taking his sweet time over the middle, going to be headed away. It's going to be taken by Cortez. Remember, Paris does not need to score here. They just need to keep the ball until time runs out. But they don't... Oh, and that's it. That is it.
AS Paris will move on away goals. A heartbreaker in Tokyo here. An early goal from Isagi, able to bring them back into it, and that late goal from Rise really bringing some hope to them, but unfortunately unable to finish the comeback today.
Yeah, Leonidas Papadopoulos just too good today.
too
But
clinical, scoring goal number 8 and 9, and really carrying his team on to the next round because the rest of them didn't play the greatest.
well, Barfoot had some really key saves. There was some really good play from Barfoot.
Absolutely, and it looks like Bursky had a great game as well. Peter Oak having a decent game in that midfield, but that back line a little bit struggling on that left-hand side, and those wingers did not do well today. But
No, they did not.
is really able to carry through that adversity, and come up ahead to move on to, I think it is the semifinals.
I mean, but that's the beautiful thing about a sport like football. It's a team game. You can have a couple people who just don't have their best on a particular day and still come away with a victory.
Absolutely. On the other side of the pitch, though, heartbreak for Tokyo, as that is the end to their S5 Cup journey. Original S1 Cup winners. It does not look like they will be doing so again this year. Though,
That is big if true.
though it does mean that they get to focus on the league now. So perhaps a run at the uh, title incoming.
Yeah, that's always something that you can take a little bit away from when you get knocked out of a tournament. It's just like, all right, well, now we have 100% dedication towards this title run. It's our only thing, in focus.
Absolutely. And up next, we have a game which will likely be our match of the evening. It's going to be Cairo City and CF Catalunya. And if you're not familiar with our player lore, these two teams don't like each other very much. Player rivalries across the board, and it's going to be a heated match.
Oh, seen a little bit of locker room talk here. So it's Cairo has the 1-0 lead on aggregate.
Yes, and Catalunya looking to fix that very quickly. Cairo are one of those bottom three teams this year so far, having struggled in the league. Catalunya having been the opposite. They're challenging for the title this year, but right now in our cup are down 1-0 to Cairo.
Indeed. So they just want to get. If you're them, you want to just get one quick goal out of the gate, just to equalize the aggregate here. So we're gonna have Rising taking the ball forward. What do you think Free Kick does? Do you think he takes free kicks?
Well, his first name is Direct, so I will presume so.
Wonderful. Kerry Jeeves taking the ball out to Calvator. Over to Staines. Staines over to Calvator again. He's going to pass it back over towards the middle. Gets a free pass to Bjorkus. But that'll be cleared away. Now we have Free Kick, who's not taking a free kick. He's in fact doing a throw-in. Gets it over to Bjorkus. Over to Calvator. Over to Howd. I'm going to go with Howd. Over to Jeeves. Over to Calvator. We just, once again, the classic strategy, let's just keep the ball on our side of the field, play a little bit of keep away until we get a clear person out there, and here we go. No, let's just kick it to the goalie. Just kick it right to the keeper.
So this is a interesting game of ideologies. CF Catalunya taking a lot of inspiration from other Catalunya teams, historically speaking.
Mm-hmm. Maple over the Buskets, over the Vinvins. It's going to be saved by the Heretic. Ooh, good name. I love the names in this league.
There are, that is Elmas the Heretic, the Latvian goalkeeper.
Ooh, McFarland's. Hit the ball over to Torres. Torres gets it over to Stain. Staines gets it over to Jeeves, looking for maybe Azpilicueta up front, but can't find him, so gets it over to Calvator. Looking for... They're just getting swarmed by defenders. It's going to be intercepted by Busquets. But intercepted back by Staines. Get a little bit of video lag here, but that's all right. Jeeves over to Staines, looking for Torres, but can't quite get him. It's going to be intercepted by Vinvins, who's going to clear it.
Great opportunity there that doesn't go anywhere, unfortunately.
Now we have a throw-in from Vinvins. On the Cairo side of the field, Busquets, no, it's going to be cleared out. They're just going to let it... Oh, Busquets is offsides.
Yeah, Sergio Busquets, Budget Busquets, I apologize. Not very known for their offensive contributions, and you can tell right there, not the greatest at off-the-ball knowledge. Finds themselves offside in that particular instance.
We have the ball over to Jarvinen. Jarvinen just taking over himself, trying to just round all the defense. Doesn't really have success with that. It's going to be taken away. It's going to be Aspinacueta. Looking for Staines. Staines with the clear shot.
Wow, Wesley Staines
beats the keeper.
What a goal by Wesley Staines!
And now, with that, they essentially have a 3-goal lead. Because they have the away goal.
He tucked that under the keeper! He tucked that under Alexander Gunnarsson. Oh, that doesn't happen very often.
No, it does not.
Gunnarsson, I think, averaging less than a goal a game so far this season. So Cairo very lucky to get 2 and 2 past her.
Indeed. Possible with the Busquets. It's going to be headed away by Jeeves, but it's going to be recovered by Jarvinen. Let's go look for Juliuson over the Busquets. Jarvinen, there was a whole mess of people up in front of this box. McFlopface looked like a somewhat open shot and elected to try to give the ball to a lucky fan about 20 rows in.
Skim the bar. That's what the commentary on the bottom says. I particularly didn't find that close at all. Neither did that.
It looked a lot like that. It looked very similar to what we just saw there.
Now, if there were any fans in that grandstand behind them, they'd be very happy.
Sarah. By Okamoto. To fist back over to Vinvins. Over to Rising. That's going to just be blocked by Toastman. We're going to have another corner for Vinvins. There's been a lot of corners thrown by Vinvins, but they haven't really seen any success.
And that's offside.
And that's offsides.
Now, the reason why you're seeing such a mess of Catalunya players up top is because they're playing in a... Uh-oh.
Ooh.
What a save by the Heretic. They're playing in a 4-1-4-1, so they have 2 attacking midfielders, 2 wingers, and a striker up top.
That is a lot of attacking people.
Yep. Only really budget Busquets in the defensive midfield there to hold the line.
Here's McFlopface, open shots. It's going to be blocked by the Heretic again.
What a game it's been for Elmas Heretic, the Latvian goalkeeper, the folk hero of their season so far.
Then we have a corner kick, but it's headed away. It's going to be recovered by Juliuson. It's kind of going to be tripped out of bounds by Torres. And here's yet another corner kick. And yet again, nothing can come from it.
I wonder if Catalunya has been told to play for their set pieces. If so, that's probably not the right decision here. Cairo would arguably look better on all of them.
Indeed. Get over the fist, over to Jarvinen, back forward. Over to Maple, up to McFlopface. We kick it all the way back to the midfield for Vinvins. Vinvins running forward aggressively, passes it back to Busquets. Over to Vinvins, going to hit off the defender, and another key save by the Heretic.
I don't know how the Heretic tracked that one. I was having a hard time following that as it ping-ponged across the field. Congratulations to them.
Indeed, congratulations to them. But so we're now at halftime. Cairo is up 2-0 on aggregate with an away goal, so they have advantage there.
It's really going to be a siege here. So Catalunya playing in that 4-1-4-1 as I mentioned earlier. What I didn't mention is Cairo playing are in a bit of a inverted 4-3-3 with two defensive midfielders. So they've really stacked the defense today in hopes of stuffing that Catalunya offense. We'll see if it works. They have to hold here.
Yeah. Well, like we said, they essentially have a 3-goal lead, for all intents and purposes. And that was almost just a race to a 2-goal lead. The Heretic comes up with yet another save. We have a throw-in from Jeeves over to Howd. Over to Jeeves again. That's going to be intercepted by De Silva. Up to Maple. Over to Rising. Kicks it back to Vin Vincent. Oh, God. That was a goal kick, so that wasn't a save. It might have bounced off the post. I couldn't quite see.
What a beautiful chance for Vin's. Catalunya must be a side front with themselves. Those don't come too often in a game.
Yeah. Catalonia has had quite a few really good opportunities and just haven't been able to make any goals out of it.
There's another one right there.
Yep. As I was saying it, De Silva, right to the Heretic. Howd kicks it forward to Staines. It's going to get tackled by De Silva. The ball recovered by Okamoto over the Rising. Rising contended by free kick, but gets it over the Maple, but it's contended by Howd. Who's going to kick it over? It's going to end up at the feet of Torres.
It's been a
30 minutes left.
It's been a really good coordinated game from that Cairo defense, despite allowing 16 shots in the direction of the net.
Yeah.
Only a handful of them have really made it through onto the Heretic.
Yeah, and he's been really good. Ooh, that's a good contest by Jeeves. Going to get the ball up to De Silva. Passes over to Buquets. Looking for Okamoto with nobody in front of him. Fires Shion Okamoto.
Where did that come from? Okamoto absolutely picks the pocket of Elvis the Heretic there. I thought he was going to go for the pass myself. That would have been a tap in, but he decided to make it a 1-goal game himself. Well, a 2-goal game.
Okamoto figured out the strategy. If you just kick the ball really fast, you might just be able to get it by him.
It's like the coaches say, shots on net, right?
One thing I did happen to catch is that Catalonia has an XG of 2.7 right now.
Yeah.
Cairo 0.68. Like, that is a tough scene.
Yeah, no, it's been a combination of some really good play from Elmis the Heretic and some unclinical finishing from Catalunya's side.
Vinvin's passes it back to Gunnarsson. Over to Fist. Over to Jarvin. Over to Okamoto. They only have about 10 minutes left and still have 2 goals they need to make up if they want to stay in this cup. That's going to be cleared away by Calvator. It's going to be recovered by Juliuson. Juliuson looks forward for Okamoto, and that's another goal.
There's your
and we
second.
have a game. We have a game. It's now tied on aggregate, but Cairo has that very critical away goal.
Shion Okamoto absolutely hell-bent on dragging his team onto the semifinals. Let's see if it can pay off for him here.
Free kick with a throw-in. Over to Torres, over to Jaimes. Over to Calvator. Jeeves looking just to get one back, but gets it to Torres. Can't take the shot. Calvator off the keeper. That's going to be a corner. I feel like we haven't seen that many corners from Cairo today.
Other than the opening 2 volleys, the opening goal, we haven't seen very much from Cairo today. A lot of defending from them.
Yeah. Here is Vinvins over to Rising, over to Bouquet, over to Okamoto. Jarvin, are we going to just try to find Okamoto again to get that hat trick? Okamoto, not the greatest pass. It's going to be intercepted by Bjorkus. End up over by Howd to Calvator. Looking for Staines upfield. Finds him. Passes over to Jeeves towards the middle. Over the heart. No! Gunnarsson dives, but it's blocked. And there's an offside call.
2 minutes left now.
And 2 minutes of stoppage time. Here's Rising. It's going to be... Oh, my... You can't just give possession like that. That is a very critical surrendering of the ball.
And I think that cost him the game there.
That's it. Cairo advances on away goals.
Despite Catalunya able to claw their way into a win at home, they're unable to put enough goals past Cairo to get through the away goals. Cairo will move on.
That's just the end is just so tragic because you can't just let someone walk up to you when you're that deep in enemy territory and just take the ball from you. You got to go for something.
And Rising played so well this game, except for that moment.
You even look at all the game scores for Cairo, no one really had that great of a game except for the Heretic. Everyone else was just kind of meh.
It was a 3.26 XG for Catalunya today. 3 goals is what they needed to win.
Yep.
Tough result for them.
Yeah, what a game.
But congratulations to Cairo City. They'll be moving on to our semifinals, and quite honestly, my favorite team to win the cup. So I hope they go on to do it.
Woo.
I love me a Cinderella winner.
But oh boy, I just can't believe you come back. They came so close to completing that comeback, and it's just
absolute heartbreak.
Oh boy.
Hey, but that's football. Like I said last game, this is going to let them really buckle down and focus on that title run. They came so close last year and kind of fell apart towards the end of the season. We will see if they can hold it together this year.
Do we know where they sit in the table presently?
They are currently, I think, third in the table, tied second, 2 points back.
Okay. So yeah, they could definitely go for a run.
Yes, they are, I want to say, ahead by 2 goals on goal difference.
Okay.
In the league. So the cup games don't count towards that, but
no.
I'm sure their players will take the extra stats.
So what is our last game on the docket today?
Our last game today is Sydney City at Hollywood FC. If this game between Cairo City and Catalunya was the rivalry fan match, this is my personal commentator's game of the match. Sydney City and Hollywood, both teams in contention for the cup and the title. Hollywood are back-to-back champions, I think. Catalunya were champion. Sorry, I apologize. Catalunya won last year. Hollywood were season 2, season 3 back-to-back champions, if I recall.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So should make for something good for this game.
It'll be fun. Sydney City, though, on the other hand, came so close to winning that title last year. Only 3 points off, and it came in the last match day.
Sydney City has a 2-goal aggregate lead. Very important to note that Hollywood has no away goals. So,
also important to note that those Sydney City jerseys are...
God.
I love them so much.
Oh, we have the Val special. There's the 2-minute yellow card.
The Gavin Millar special, famously from Inter-London.
Here's 44 up to Holcavado. And that's a quick goal from Yan Kwai. And Sydney is saying, no, we're not going to make this easy on you today. No pens today, no matter how good you do.
Sydney City are away today, but it doesn't look like they remembered that. Liang Kai absolutely blasts that past Scott Sterling, and that's the third goal he scored against Scott Sterling in 2 games, I think.
Indeed it is. Here's Zaka over the Holcavado up to Black. We have H possible and T possible against each other today.
It is Hun possible versus Tim possible.
Of course. We have Costanza taking over to Black, up to Zaka. This is a Simonea situation all over again. Here's possible. Keeper tries to take it out, but it's going to get intercepted. Sydney just has it again, threatening again. Here's Ling Kwai over the 44, and that's Owen 44. With the second goal of the day already. We're 8 minutes in.
We don't see it happen too often, but Owen 44 does have a head, and he can use it. The 5'11" Slovenian forward, our top goal scorer of the league and cup, will add another to his tally today as he puts Sydney up in a commanding lead.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Hollywood, you need 5 goals. Like, you got to take it 1 goal at a time, but you need 5 goals. Here's Owen 44 moving forward again. Kicks it over the middle to Costanza. That's going to end up out of bounds for the goal kick for Hollywood.
So
and it feels like every highlight, it's just Hollywood being threatened by Sydney in their zone. Hogan, no.
Shot Sterling under siege early on this game. That's got to be the 4th or 5th shot for Sydney so far this match.
Yeah, well, again, I'd like to remind you, we're in the 15th minute. It's just been constant pressure from Sydney. Sterling just tries to kick it all the way out, but it's going to be headed away by Sydney. Costanza up to possible. Here's Owen 44. Nobody in front of him except the keeper. Beats the keeper, and oh my God. 3-0 Sydney.
Someone call an ambulance. Someone call the police. The dead bodies of Hollywood can be found all over the pitch. They've been murdered in the opening 15 minutes of this match.
Scott Sterling just too far out of goal, I think. But I'm the kind of person who doesn't like his keeper leaving like that far out of goal typically.
And Scott normally better at tracking those, but Owen 44 is an absolute monster when he's up against a keeper.
Yeah.
I think
Sterling,
he had 26 league goals last year.
Holcavado up to 44. Ling Kwai over to Costanza. That's going to end up blocked. And that'll be a throw-in for Sydney. I'm curious if the stat screen will stay up long enough. I'm curious to see if there's any possession for Hollywood in Sydney's zone at all. Here's possible over to Pecora. Kicks it over to Holcavado. That's going to be cleared away by Jarrow. And holy crap, we are in Hollywood. We are in Sydney territory, and we're out of it.
Hey, so as ugly as it's looked for Hollywood, they are one of few teams who, if could turn this around, I would put money on them.
Ling Kwai over to Tim Possible.
And I would be very, very broke. Do not trust me. Wow, what a game it's been for Sydney.
You say you put money on them to come back, and Tim Possible's just like, well, that's a silly decision, you know. You just put that away. 6-0 on aggregate.
Oh,
this is.
I hate to call anything early, especially 30 minutes into a game, but
yeah.
I've not seen a comeback 6-0.
No, I mean you know me, I'm Mr. No lead is insurmountable, you know, but whew, if there is a lead that's insurmountable, it's probably this one.
It looks
Here's
something
we have a
similar
corner
to
kick.
this.
That's going to be a goal kick to Sydney, but hey, you know what? We had a shot on goal. That's where we got to begin. Just take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
We still got a whole another half. You need a lot of goals in that other half, but here's Jones, kicks it forward to Taka, and there we go, Tiki Taka. First goal of the series.
First
for
goal of
Hollywood.
the evening, and first of many if Hollywood hope to move on here. A threaded pass through to Tiki Taka, and Possible looking like his counterpart on the other side of the field there. Scott Sterling just a little far outside the net, not able to do too much once he got past him.
Here's Costanza throwing into Pecora, over to Tim Possible. Over back to Costanza. It's going to be taken away by the other Possible. And we're going to have a possible on possible, battle here, but now we get it back over to Tim. Takes it forward, kicks it past the other Possible. Someone is injured. Gerard is injured, playing. I didn't quite catch what kind of injury he has, but he is playing hurt.
He's got right back there, so potentially important piece for Hollywood.
Indeed. But here's Bobby kicking it back to Jones. That's going to end up over the net. That'll be a goal kick.
I've only really just noticed Hollywood are playing in a really weird formation.
Ooh, do tell. I'm intrigued.
It is a 4-2-4 asymmetric with two strikers, an attacking midfielder, and a right winger. Nothing on the left-hand side.
Interesting. Oh, that's another goal by Ricky Bobby.
Interesting indeed. We've got an interesting game here. Hollywood have scored two now.
It's still a mountain to climb, but it's a little bit less of a mountain now on the ricochet off of Tiki Taka to Ricky Bobby.
An unlucky bounce for Sydney there, and Ricky Bobby all the more happier to bounce on that. The 6'11" or 6'10" Zambian forward scoring, I think that was their 8th goal of the season.
Possible over to Jones, back to Possible, over to Pudaneska. Laudrup over to Pudaneska again. Laudrup just doing a little bit of back and forth between Laudrup and Pudaneska. We can't really find anyone else that open. Here's Gerard, still, like you said, playing hurt, but he was wide open, so we'll see what we can make with that. Here's Laudrup over to Gerard, who gets a strong kick, but it's going to be headed away by Costanza. Tim Possible tries to take it forward, but it's going to have his pocket picked by Pudaneska. Over to Jones for Tiki Taka, and here we go!
That's 3 for Hollywood in 15 minutes! What is this game?
We were declaring time of death and everything, and yet... That's astounding. They still need 4 goals!
We truly are in Hollywood. There was a doctor somewhere in the stadium, and life has been brought back to Hollywood. It is going to be a fight all the way up, but at least they are breathing.
That was 3 goals in 10 minutes! Okay, so, the takeaway from that. It's 4-3 at halftime, which is just wild. It's 6-3 on aggregate.
And yeah, that's the call back to reality, isn't it? It's been an incredible fight back from Hollywood, but they're still 3 down.
Yeah. And considering that Sydney's goals are away goals, and they didn't have any, they're like I said, they need 4
or more.
Yeah. All right, so we have. Ooh, that's a very. Yep, that's going to be Tiki Taka getting a yellow card for that.
Yeah, rightfully so. That was a pull down and a half. Might have been a hip check, honestly.
Yeah. Free kick from Ling Kwai. That's going to be headed over. And we'll have a goal kick for Scott Sterling. Going right into another highlight here.
Surprisingly shaky first half for Scott Sterling. See if he can bounce back.
Jones. That's going to be a corner kick now for Hollywood. It's going to be taken by Gerard. I'm surprised he has not been subbed out, but here we are. It's going to be headed out by Taka. Looking for Bobby, headed. No problem for problem though. Bobby is offside anyway.
So Problem's first name is Certified.
Oh. That is a questionable name for a goalkeeper.
A certified problem.
So Lin Kuai is going to just get his pocket picked. It's going to end up by Jones. Jones has nobody in front of him except for Certified Problem. Bobby passes it back to Jones, who can't get a clear shot with Costanza standing right in front of him. Tries to pass back, intercepted by Tim Possible. He's going to get it to George Costanza. He's going to clear it out.
And for the first time all night, Sydney City have looked very, very poor in that passage of play. What were their defenders doing?
I do not know, but we're going to get it taken by Zaka. Zaka going forward, still looking for Holcavado up to 44, who could get that hat trick, and no! That's just another goal kick. I can't keep up with everything that's happening. There's just so much happening in this game. We have Lin Kuai looking for Owen 44 again, saved by Scott Sterling. That's going to be a corner kick.
And that would be 44's hat trick too.
Pecora looking over for that header, doesn't get it. That's going to be a goal kick. So we got about 30 minutes or so left in this game. Here's Certified Problem with his kick out over the athlete to Zaka. Laudrup's going to come up and intercept the ball. Pass it back to Siege. Siege is going to pass it all the way back to Sterling. Over to Jaro. Up to Pudaneska. Back to Siege. Siege, Gerard. Gerard is now not only playing injured, but playing injured with a yellow card.
Yeah, I think that's their captain, and that's gotta be the only explanation why he's still out there.
Before the Pudaneska. Looking for Rashford. No, looking for Jones. Finds Jones. Over the Rashford. Finds Jones. No. Caught up by Costanza's sliding challenge.
Offside anyways. I think that was just one too many passes. And, wow, there is an injury.
Hunter
It's not the
Jones.
man we thought it'd be.
It's not to Gerald Gerard.
It's Hunter
It's
Jones.
Hunter Jones. Oh my goodness.
And is Mal Rivers coming in to replace the injured Hunter Jones.
And it looks like Mal Rivers does not have a lot of experience at that position, but
Plays mostly on the opposite left-hand side, though, so shouldn't be too unfamiliar.
here's Possible. V Possible. Over to Rashford. Over to Possible again. To Pudaneska. No. Hey, we actually have fans in the back this time that might get to take that ball.
Yeah, I think they swapped sides this half, so Sydney City playing on the home opposition, with the home fans behind them. That's why there are people there.
Costanza. Over the middle to Lin Kuai. Over to Zaka. Back over to Kuai. Going to be taken by Gerard. Over to Sterling, who's going to kick it out. Looking for literally anyone in a blue jersey. Going to find Tiki Taka.
And I apologize, I've misjudged. It looks like Hollywood actually have a pretty packed stadium.
Yeah. We have Pudaneska. It's going to be taken up by 44. A sliding challenge from Siege. Going to be recovered by Gerard. Over to Siege.
Note
Siege is
that
kind of walking around with it.
Hollywood have 10 minutes max to score 3 more goals.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Especially when you give the ball right back to Sydney. It looked like that we had a little bit of a surge of momentum, but I think that wind of momentum has run out at this point. It's a good sliding save, but saves aren't going to catch you up in the aggregate.
Yeah, that was a great save by Yarrow to prevent another deficit adding on here for Hollywood, and hopefully it goes the other way now.
Possible over the Taka, but no problem for Certified Problem. That's Zaka. It's going to be intercepted by Taka. We're in the 88th minute. Forward to Bobby. No. That'll be another corner kick.
Ricky Bobble unable to put that behind. Certified Problem put one behind him earlier today. Couldn't put a second.
That's going to be headed away by Athletes. Going to be picked up by Pudaneska. Pudaneska over to Jara, over to Siege, over to Taka. Up to Ricky Bobby, up to Rivers. Saved. Bobby deflected. It's just pinball all over the place.
Costanza with a key save there. That was an open net for Hollywood, and there was Costanza.
Yeah, you have to in this situation. You have to make that. Should
To
be recovered by Pudineska up to Laudrup. We are in the 92nd minute with only 2 minutes of stoppage time, so probably only about 50 seconds to a minute left to play, and that's a goal from Miko Rashford. That's going to tie up this game, but not the aggregate. Is it too little, too late?
they've got 30, 45 seconds. If they get another, maybe, just maybe.
No, they need three. I forgot they need three
It's
because
less
they have
than
the
a
away
minute.
goals.
They've got less than a minute.
They got three. Possible to Costanza. Back over the possible. Sliding tackle by Jaro over the possible. Over the Hun possible. Kicks it forward to Ricky Bobby. Bobby! That's...
Bobby!
My God! What is happening?
The referees forgotten what a clock looked like. We're bored. We're 3 minutes over. And Ricky Bobby scores another. Hollywood only need one.
No, they need two! They need two, Sarah!
Oh
They
no!
don't have the away goals!
Oh
Referees, come on, it's time to clock out, my dudes! We gotta go! There it is! What a game that was!
no!
21 shots to 20. I need a minute. I need a minute to decompress after that game.
Holy smokes, what a game that was!
Is this what all the commentaries are like?
No! But I'm so glad you're here with me for this one.
Oh my God. A 5-4 affair. Where Hollywood scored five, like, uncontested, like, in a row. They were down 4-0 and scored five.
If this was only a game, oh my god.
If this was a league game, we're talking all-timer. Like,
Unfortunately for Hollywood, this was a cup game, and their effort in the
yeah.
first match just wasn't good enough. They'll be headed home after this barnstormer. Though
18 fouls for Hollywood to 6 for Sydney.
I can say their fans are probably going to be pleased with what they saw today. If they can
Yeah.
continue playing like this, a title isn't that far off.
Well, maybe the offense continuing playing like this. The defense a little
A little
less,
suspect.
yeah. Maybe the defense needs to step it up just a smidge. But
Alright though, that does mean Sydney City are moving on here. So, at the end of our quarterfinal leg, we have our deciders for the semifinals. We'll have Seoul Mythic headed to their first semifinals of their team's history. They'll be taking on one of these three, Cairo City, moving on away goals, losing 2-1 to CF Catalunya, though able to score enough in that first game to move on. Sydney City, after that insane game, will move on 5-6 on aggregate, though they lost 5-4 today. And Tokyo will be headed home, where AS Peri will be headed to the semifinals, our second of two teams to make it through on away goals this leg.
what a second leg in the quarterfinals.
I can't wait for the semifinals. In
Yeah.
fact, actually, my voice should probably wait for the semifinals, but till then.
Yeah, like you had Seoul and Buenos Aires. That was that kind of went as expected with Division 1 versus Division 2, but my God, the other three games were exciting.
We'll have even more of that coming up for you in our next cast, I think, is going to be match day 8, Division 1. So more of those top flight teams coming towards you. I believe it's going to be tomorrow. But until then, I've been your host, TVC, and I've been joined by.
Brian, it's been
Thank.
lovely to thank you for having me here.
What a great first cast it's been for you, Brandon. Round of applause, and I hope everyone has a great day, evening, and however you're enjoying this. We'll talk to you next time.
Have a good night, everybody.